Look at that tail just going. That my diaper butt. They want FOOD, and they're needy and greedy dogs. Okay. They have to wait 30 more minutes. I refuse to be peer pressured, okay? They gain up on me. Anyway, hey you all, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking onto the video. I am Dreamy Riri, and today we are doing a full breakdown of the site SextPanther. And I just wanted to give some insight on the site and kind of just talk about it. I do want to just start off and say that you have to be already established and in the industry with some type of following to get approved to be on SextPanther. So if you're a beginner and you have 0 followers, you're not very established on OnlyFans, I don't think that you will get approved. You can try. What are the limitations? I have no idea. While I'm editing me, I'm talking to you, figure it out, okay? And put it right here. So hopefully I can find out a little bit of that info. I have been using SextPanther for a couple of years, like off and on, but the past couple of months I've been like really trying to focus on it, especially while I'm streaming, just to be on and to be posting every hour, like on the hour on my feed. So I've noticed quite a bit of income come in from it, and so I've been taking it more seriously, especially with the new year. I also don't love how much I'm streaming right now. My dog's chewing her bone. I feel like every time I get on here my dog is chewing her bone. This is gonna be quick though. Ever since I got on the site, I saw pretty quick income from SextPanther. I feel like as a sex worker, when you log on to a site or try out a new site and you see like some quick engagement, I think you should always take that as a really good sign and kind of just like really stick with it. But obviously I had discipline issues in the past, but present me has really worked on healing those. And not self-sabotaging. So yeah, I've been pretty consistent, and it's bringing in like an average of like 800 to 1,000 a month, probably even more, because like they only have 2 days in which they will make the deposit. That is on the 1st and the 15th, so they only deposit twice a month, and usually in a pay period I can get up to about 800 to $1,000. So I mean, that's pretty fucking good to be bringing in on a site that you know, I'm not too established on. So this is a video on just full breakdown on how to use the site, and I will actually be making a video about how I actually make income on it, and I'm just going to show you all like as I'm active and actually working throughout my day. And also, I think it'd be cool to show how much it can influx. Like some days I can make $20 and some days I can make a couple hundred. So, you know, there's also that as well. But I'm gonna quit talking. Thank you so much. Please like the video, subscribe, and if you can watch a couple of my ads, just like maybe 30 seconds of it. You don't have to watch all of them, because I know YouTube be tripping on the YouTube ads. Like, oh my, I feel like they're every other second. But yeah, I would appreciate that, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. All right, here we are on the main page, the home page on SextPanther. As you sign up as a model and then you finally get access and you're verified, this is the page that you will see. You can see here, this is where your unanswered messages will be. This is where you can post to your profile, and you can also view your profile. You have to make sure that you click on this button if you want to post to the explore page. Otherwise, it will just post to your own specific profile, and not where like everyone can see you, where you would want to market yourself. So make sure you click on that, and then you can only post once an hour on the hour on SextPanther. So let me just go ahead and post something. Okay, so I added a photo and I said, online right now, hoping to hear from you. Add me as a contact if you want to get to know each other a little better. I'm going to post this for free because it's nothing nude. It's just a lewd. and it will post, and then it will say when you can next be available to post on the page, which is also really nice. Sometimes even now I will set like a timer if I'm really dedicated to hitting my money goal, just because the more time that you're posting on the Explore feed, the more visible you will get. And like if you're doing that every day, which I aim to, that's when your photos and your content really starts to get flooded in there. They and I'll actually mention that when we go to the profile. I'm jumping ahead of myself. This is also where you can see your earnings. I decided not to hide my earnings from you all. Not the first time that I've showed you all my earnings. This is not a normal earning week for me, okay? I didn't get home from the holidays till like the 5th, and even on the 6th, I wasn't that active on here. I think I posted a couple of times and made like 20 bucks, but I really started from like the 7th. I got really lucky yesterday. Someone spent, I shit you not, $1,000 on me. So that's what that is. I do usually make, at least from December, because I've only consistently been on SextPanther for a couple of months now. But I would say the last 2 months of last year, November and December, were pretty good. And I was averaging about 8 to a grand in a 2 week period. SextPanther deposits money on the 15th and then the last day of the month, so the 30th or the 31st. And yeah, that's when you get your last pay period. This one was my last pay period. It was a little low. It was the holidays, but I mean, 722 still is not bad for not being that consistent. So yeah, I will let you know your daily earnings, the last 7 days, the last 30 days, the years to date, and you can even do a whole earnings overview. You can promote your profile to Twitter if you would like. And so I think every time you post on the Explore page, my dog, I think every time that you post on the Explore page, it can also link that to your Twitter to also let people there know that you are online. Overall rank, how many contacts you have, your monthly views, and your profile views, and then also a referral bonus, which I never do. I may actually leave it down below if you all would like to join SextPanther. You can always refer. It doesn't take money from the actual model. It says for each referred model that earns over 100 on SextPanther, we'll send you $100 bonus. So. And then you can do a full breakdown and away mode, which I never use. And I guess they do have an app. I actually haven't downloaded the app, so maybe I'll download it tonight and then I can pop on here and give you all a little update about what that is like. But yeah, that is going to be the homepage. All right, so this is going to be my profile. So this is what you'll see, and this is what the buyers will also see when someone comes to your page to add you as a contact. This is the info that they would be getting from your profile. So as you can see up here, it says online, phone sex, video calls. And this is what I was saying about the Explore page, that it's important that you turn on your phone calls and your video calls, because not only will you show up on the online tab, but you will also show up on the phone sex tab and the video calls tab. Now, right now, I am trending just because someone did spend a lot of money on me yesterday, and it is yet to be confirmed if I am trending because someone spent quite a bit of money on me, or if because I've entered the top 200, under the top 200 of content creators up here. I don't think I've ever naturally been that high, probably right at the beginning of the month, because the beginning of the month, I think, is where SextPanther usually puts you on this rank. So on the first of the month, the whole week, if you are actively on here posting on the hour, I do think that puts you a little bit of a higher number. But I also know you get a higher number just by how many people are purchasing content from you, calling you, video chatting you, etc. So this will kind of let everyone know, like, hey, I'm active, where you're from, fast responder. I didn't add that on there, so I think SextPanther just adds that for you, where I can put my bio, It says, I'm sweet, attentive, and a little addictive. I love real connection, playful teasing, and making you feel chosen. If you're looking for my full attention, you're in the right place. Say hi and tell me what you've been craving. Be polite, be curious, and let's see how good we can make each other feel. Now, I think that Sex Panther is a little bit more of a kink and like kind of fetish, like a grouped place. So I think that if you're into like sub or dom or specific kinks, I think this would be a great place for you to. I think you do a good job on the site. You do well on the site. I am not to like, I'm not against them, but it's also just like, I like more of like the girlfriend material, someone who is more sub and is very catering to you and just makes you feel really seen. And that's kind of like my thing is girlfriend material. So that's what I wanted my bio to reflect. Now, it will also let the buyers know how much you charge per text message, per picture, per video, and per audio. It'll also let you know how much your phone calls would be and how much phone sex would be with you, and also how much a video chat would be. And down here, it does let them know what the minimum is. My minimum is 5 minutes. And if they scroll down here, they'll be able to see even more of your content. So you can see I post pictures that are available for them to view and videos that are, I don't show any nudity, but I also post some locked ones. And I have just recently been posting locked ones just because I feel as though I'm growing on the site and they might get a little bit more traction. When I did this at the beginning, it didn't really work out that well for me. I'm just kind of starting to switch up on it and people have been purchasing it. I'll post like long form videos just in case someone out there is searching and like needs a quick drain. They're like, oh, here's a video. I can purchase it. Or it could just be little teasers that are like 30 seconds. I do always post these more expensive than I would sell them to my contacts if they were already a contact. So if I'm posting onto the explore page any type of content, I'm going to add on like $3 to $5 more just because they aren't a contact. Now, if they were a contact, I would sell them, $3 to $5 cheaper, basically what I'm already charging. But I do still post my prices a little bit higher on SextPanther than I do OnlyFans because, again, they're not paying a subscription price. It's completely free for them to follow me. And yeah, that's just kind of how I do it and how I roll. And they can also just like, send you a tip. And you can also post, you can actually post a video now, which I need to add onto my profile. But they will now allow you to add, I think, one video just to that they will play when they click on your profile. So, but you can also post multiple photos. Okay, here we are in the messages tab. So, as you can see here, I have all of my contacts. These are people that have added me as a contact from like years ago when I first opened the profile, and also just like, a couple days ago. You can also organize them between unread, recently active, new contacts, favorites, credits, top spenders, premium, hidden, blocked, removed, deactivated, and suspended. So I only ever use recently active because why else? Like, I want to see who's online, and you can't really see it too well, but you can see that there's a little green dot right there, and that means that person right now is online. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on his profile. The blurring tool on this app is so amazing, and I actually am excited to make more videos like this because of this app has made it so easy. This is not an ad, and I'm not gonna say who it is unless you all ask. But I mean, it's irrelevant. But it's just the editing of these videos sometimes so horrible. So the fact that I can like pause the video before and like edit, like blur it all out and then do what I need to do. Chef's kiss. It's so nice. Okay. So as you can see, I clicked on his message and you can see contact messages that I have sent him. And I'm going to do another video of how I make money on SextPanther by doing exactly this, but like a normal working day. And I'm just going to record and show you all what I do literally all day to get the income that I do. And as you can see, I spam the shit out of them. Like, I'll wake up at like, I'm a pretty early riser. And honestly, with the new year, I'm being very strict with my 5 a.m. I'm usually 5 a.m. girly anyway, okay? Like an early morning is something that I'm a morning person. So, but sometimes it's 6, if I've had a late night, sometimes it's 6:30, but during the week I've been very strict at getting up at 5 a.m. because I can get a lot done in those times when I'm just being intentional with what I'm doing in my time and not drinking my coffee scrolling. So like around 6, after I walk the dogs, I get home making my coffee, I will post on the home feed, and then I'll send that same message to everyone who's recently online. Now, if I've sent it before to them, like if they were online about an hour ago, I'm not going to resend it. But when noon comes, I'm going to choose a different photo, different video, maybe a little voice message that I've pre-recorded, and I'm going to send out a new message at noon. And that way I'm hitting everyone who's back recently online. If they were online in the morning, they're getting another message from me in the afternoon. And then usually by 6, that's when I will switch up and find another message. And then I'm doing the same thing. So they're hearing from me at least 3 times a day. And if they don't like it, then they can leave, because at the end of the day, they're not spending money anyway, so why would I care if you left? But this is everything that is kind of shown. As you can see, he has his balance hidden. You can tell that he's online by this green dot right here. You can see personal messages, also mass messages. Over here, it'll let you know that he's a premium account, been a member since 2024. This is how much that he spent on me, 777 angel numbers. Okay. And I'll also show you all the content that I have sent him. And what's also nice, if I can find one, it will also show all the content that I've sent, and it'll also have in the little corner of the box over here, you can't see it, but there's a little lock. So if they've opened it, the lock will be open. If they've closed, the lock will be closed. So it's a great tool because SextPanther will actually let you know if you have already sent a message to someone, and then you can quickly just go over here. Since he has spent money on me, most of the time it's like, whatever, you can send it again because the balance that they spent on you is 0. But since he spent money on me, I'm like, oh, by the preview of that, let me match it with the preview that's over here, and then you can quickly see if they purchase content or not, which I absolutely love that feature. And yeah, this is everything that they'll show you. I don't know what these tabs are. Okay, I unblurred one. So as you can see, this is obviously me. And you can see that this is locked, so I can tell if I need to send that video again. I know that that person hasn't unlocked it. All right, so now we've moved on to mass messages. Now, this is a great thing, and why I say in the messages I only ever really utilize recently active, because even if they are a new contact, if they're recently active, I will be sending them messages. There are going to be times where you're quite busy on here and you're just going to miss new contacts. You're going to miss them, they're going to slide. And I think that's why it's very, very important that you always send out a massive message. So I haven't sent one out today, but that way you know that even if you were missing someone, you know that they've recently received contact through you through a mass message. And on here, I'm pretty sure you can only do a mass message every 8 to 12 hours. I think it's only 8. So you can't really like spam them too much. SextPanther gives you a lot of control, but they also kind of like, you know, if you want to send out messages, you're going to have to go in individually and send them messages. So you can't send out like spam mass messages. Okay, and then on each message that you send, it will also give you the analytics. So it's sent to 322 contacts, 21 of them read. It's a 6.5 read percentage. I priced it at $15. one unlocked it, and that's how many earnings I got. So I don't know how many of these I blurred out, but as you can see, this video was pretty popular. I'm not entirely sure what I did different. I don't know. I have no idea why I made more, but I'll have to look at it. It could just be the type of content. It was a pillow humping content. So pillow humping tends to be like pretty good, but it only sent to 311, 34 red, 3 unlocks. It was $12 and I made $21.60 from it. So I'm not going to go over feed because it's very self-explanatory. It's just like the profile. You can go there and you can see your feed, but not only that, it's like the mass message where you can see your feed and you can see how many likes it got, how much engagement, how many eyes viewed it. So it's the same as mass message. You can post from there onto your feed and onto the explore page as well. So it's just another way to view analytics. We're going to go into calls. It's just going to be your call log. How long it lasted, how much you made from your earnings, and when the date was. You also, I love that SextPanther gives you the ability to refund people, and this happened today. So I could still refund him for that. I don't know how long that will last, but I can also just message if I forgot to say thank you from right here. I can send him a message. Sometimes I'm the type of person, especially when it comes to like video calls and phone calls, that internet connection shit can happen, and you can get onto a call for like 30 seconds with someone and the connection goes shit, and then they don't have a good experience because they can't see you or they can't hear you, and they have to end the call, but you're still going to get those earnings, okay? So I always refund. Like if I know that like some type of tech issue happened, I'm refunding them, because like I'd rather either both of us refresh and we try again, or we just do it another day, or maybe it's on my end, and that way I can immediately be like, here's your money back. Like, and honestly, every time that I have refunded someone, they have always spent the money on me again. It's never been something where someone's like, oh yeah, I got my money back and like dipped out. Never. They've always been like, thank you. Let me refresh, let me like fix my router and let's go again. And it usually always works out. And it also just shows like, in a time where a lot of content creators are kind of spamming subscribers, and there's a little bit of this distrust with online adult content creators. I think it's refreshing for someone to know, like, I recognize that you work really hard for your money. I work really hard for your money. I have no desire to take your money. Okay. So I just think it builds good rapport. It's not letting me blur this one, so I'm just going to have to go and edit it by hand, but that's okay. So I unchecked this one. So usually when someone tips you, you are going to see this, and you're also going to get a notification over here to let you know that someone tipped you. It's going to let you know the date and the time, the user. It gives you an option to immediately just click on that, and it'll take you to their messages. That way you can thank them and kind of just show gratitude. And then also, their message and what they said. This person liked my Instagram story and he tipped me for it, which is very nice. The amount that was earned, the amount that was tipped and then the amount that was earned, I'm pretty sure you get to keep 85% of your tips. So I'll show you more on the how much gets taken away in a sec when we get to pricing. But yeah, and I can also, again, I could refund him if I'd like, but usually here, I like it because I'm like, okay, I've said thank you, I've showed my gratitude, I could check it off, and it'll go away, and all is well. All right, now this is your media vault, and you all know I love a vault. Okay, every site should have a vault. I want easy, quick access to my content, and I want, most importantly, quick Loading speed. One thing I will say about SextPanther, sorry if you can hear the garbage man. It is so loud. I wonder if it's the hot one. I gotta put my glasses on. Oh my gosh, no. Sad. I kid you not. You all know that show, Good Girls? You know who I'm talking about? I'm literally gonna put a photo of him over the page right now. Mm, 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 mm. I mean, it's fun as fuck. And this garbage man looks just like. Anyway, so y'all know I love Evolve. And quick uploading speed. The one thing that about SextPanther, I hope they watch this. Like, I need to start making videos of things that sites can do better in hopes that they fucking fix it. But SextPanther, your processing time on your videos, what the fuck? How am I supposed to ever send anybody a video in your all's browser and it takes just as long to process the video as it took to take it? Like, that's ridiculous. And it slows down time, and I feel like the attention spans are just so quick when it comes to buyers that the processing times have to get fixed. And you also need a countdown because, like, damn, how am I supposed to take photos if I got to click on the button? I'm like using my big toe sometimes. Here you can upload any videos that you want. You only have 20 gigabytes of use. So if you obviously hit that, you're going to have to delete some videos to re-upload. But honestly, I have quite a few videos on here and I'm only using 7. And look, at the beginning, not everyone's going to be purchasing your content. At least that was my story. Like, a lot of it with SextPanther is going to be phone calls and video calls. And I feel like you'll get a few people who are going to take the opportunity in purchasing your content. And people who purchase content and they really like the content and they're honest with the content, that's when I usually tend to find people then purchasing my content. So I feel like once they get a dose of it and they're like, oh, this is good quality, and like that like that was so fucking hot, they'll end up purchasing more, especially when you're not online. They can still like have a dose of you. Yeah, Media Vault's pretty self-explanatory. Again, there's like so much I could tell you on the Media Vault and kind of like how I organize my content, but I'll show you that in the next video of SextPanther on when I tell you about how I like really utilize it and make money off of it. I just recently raised my pricing. I think I was at $1.50 for text messages, and I think I was only at $2 for voice notes, and I think picture messages, I didn't touch them. I always like to have like $1 for outgoing because it's the cheapest you can do. But when you're in the message sending something to them, like if they've already pre-tipped for something, you can make this free in the message. But there's always like just like a baseline price, which is actually really nice because I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally sent content out for $1 because I'm rushing. And I mean, hey, at least they're unlocking it for something. But that is one thing too with SextPanther that pisses me off is like, I want to be able to unsend messages in the actual message. I don't want to have to contact support and give you the username of the user and have to wait for you to like do all your shit. Like, I should have freedom and access to that. So yeah, I kind of hate that they don't do that. But this is how much I charge right now. I'll eventually raise it, but it's doing well for me. And I don't feel like touching it. The economy is also not that great. I have raised like a few stuff because like, you gotta eventually, like, I gotta make money too. But I raised it just about 25%. I also raised my voice messages. And I haven't noticed a difference in like my contacts incoming and outgoing. I have noticed like some people not come back, but also it's the new year. Some people may have goals to like watch less porn stuff. So don't be surprised if you're losing some customers. They may be back, but also like I'm just the type of person where like if you feel like porn's an issue, like I want you to be better and do better. Like I'll be okay. I'm not gonna be you know, because I don't have you as a buyer anymore. Like, I want you to take care of yourself. So I hope that they reach their goals of watching less porn. But at the end of the day, people are human, and so you may see them back in like a couple weeks or a couple months. Yeah, my phone calls 7. I have a 5-minute minimum. I will accept. You do have to enter your phone number into SextPanther. If you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure there's some Reddit subreddits that you can go that will help solve that issue with buying a phone number, possibly. I'm not familiar with that. Okay, I need to hide this because it's in my way. This is the payout percentages. So we have 60% for text messages and media messages. We have 75 for phone calls and video calls and feed post unlock. So when I was back in my profile and I was saying that I was starting to post like lock feeds on the actual like explore page, that's what that is talking about. And then 80% for tips. So I do like SextPanther as a site. I think that is probably one of the best sites that I personally worked on when it comes to, I don't know, just functionality. I just think it's really model user friendly, and the pricing is okay. Like the percentage payouts are okay. There are definitely like some big factors that I think that they need to work on if they're going to be taking 60% of the most like, and it's a texting and it's a sexting site. So they're taking 40% of what they basically market for. And I think there are some things that they could do better at. But overall, I'm very happy with the site. And yeah, that's why I was excited to show you all. I'm not going to click on these just because I've showed you all enough of my earnings, I think. But here's where you can go to your overview, your daily view, your monthly, your earning logs, and then adjustments. I don't know what that is. Okay, so I don't have any record of them. Let me move myself a little over here. And we have payout information. So we have payout history, the overview, and tax forms. I'm also not going to show you that. And then we also have reports. So one thing with SextPanther is if someone does something, so someone adds you as a contact and you have a conversation with them and you have any type of engagement with them at all and they get suspended, they will notify you that that specific user has been suspended. So sometimes there's definitely been like some people who come in and they're wanting to do like race play, or they just do say something inappropriate. Usually a couple of days later, I get a notification that that person has been suspended. So they're very quick about that, which I appreciate. It'll also let you know your top spender and your suspended users. The leaderboard is going to be just kind of like if you're familiar with My Free Cams, they're going to have the top model of the month. I'm not sure what the awards are. I don't really care too much about that even on My Free Cams. So I'm not going to go into that. If you want to know more about that, you can. Referrals and then help. I've never had problems with SextPanther and their customer service. They've always been decently quick and helpful, and we've always come to a solution. So all right, so this is settings. This is where you can get notifications. I always get notifications. I don't care if someone's added me as a new contact, any message, any unlocked media, any tips, any missed calls. I want an email about it. Sleep mode, away mode. Again, this is where you'd have to enter in your phone number, also where you can update your phone number. This is going to be this is going to be the time zone you're at. I forget what this is. I don't know what that is. Your email. You can also update your email. 2-factor authentication. I need to do that. And I think that is it. Oh yeah, let's go to the explore page real quick before I get off here. Here is the explore page. As you can see, this is going to be all of the models. Again, it's going to be like who is trending, new models that are available, and then some that are probably with specific kinks. I'm sure there's some hashtags. This is a great place to kind of just come to see what other women are posting, kind of what their captions are, what type of content you want to post. You can even go to their profile and see like if they are in a specific niche and kind of like what that niche is and what will be most successful. Again, I'm not the most popular niche on SextPanther, but also like I am my own brand and I know myself better than anybody else. So therefore I'm going to market myself as who I am. And I think that's where you'll find success. So if you're not really into too many of the types of like kinks and stuff or like dom, sub, etc., I wouldn't be intimidated by it. Just show up as yourself, show up consistently. Someone's going to be into you. All right, I think that's it. I'm really excited to do the video of like how I make money on SextPanther. I don't know too much how I'll do that, but yeah, I think it'll be fun. And if you enjoyed the video, please like it and give it a thumbs up if you would like. And I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.